Selam aleyküm ya Bosno i Hercegovino. O sve lijepog na svijetu, najljepše si moje milo. O sve lijepog na svijetu, najljepše si moje milo. O sve lijepog na svijetu, najljepše si moje milo.
My name is Arif Huskic. I was born in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I spent my childhood and formative years up to age of 18, mostly in an agricultural community. After finishing grade school, during my high school years, I began to learn a trade as heavy equipment operator. When I finished school, my first job was manual labor in mining industry. At that time, I was sent by employer to Croatia for a year to further my trade skill. Upon my return, I was given a job as heavy equipment operator. A year later, I was drafted into the army, where I served for 15 months before returning to my job as heavy equipment operator. During that period, I married the love of my life, Fatima, and we were blessed with a daughter, Amr, a year later. My wife worked as an agricultural technician, and we rented an apartment in the city of Velika Kladuša. We lived there for the next 5 years. My father, Abid, my mother, Beza, and my 3 younger brothers remained in the agricultural community when I was living in Bosnia, and they live there today. I keep in touch with them by phone, by computer, Facebook, and before computers, I had to depend on regular mail. My father and 2 my brothers in Bosnia were involved in construction business, while my youngest brother came to the United States 2 weeks after me, lived in Hamtramck, and became involved with long-distance trucking industry. About 8 years ago, I remarried. Her name is Sumeya, and she is from South Africa. We have a son, Nadir, who is now in the first grade of elementary school. He already was sharpened his sights on construction business, career heavy equipment operator, career in agriculture, and the most recent career he talks about its dentistry. When Bosnia in the state of war, I qualified through United Nations under the refugee status to come to United States. I came to Hamtramck under the sponsorship of my uncle, who lived there, and here I stayed since 1997. 2 weeks after my arrival, I learned about the ESL program sponsored by Lutheran Social Services, where I learned English and got my first job with Javorski Sausage Company in Hamtramck. The classes were held in Montessori School on Kenif, and later I was transferred to class in Hamtramck Public Library where Miss Grazina Sandel was the instructor. This was my first contact with the Hamtramck Public Library. My first residence in Hamtramck was an apartment on Trowbridge Street. After 2 years, because of a new job, I moved to the city of Metamora, Lapeer County, for 4 years, and while living there, I continued my education, earning a degree in teaching and construction. After that, I bought a house in Hamtramck on Danforth Street and still live there. Currently, I am employed as heavy equipment operator and became heavily involved in the Hamtramck community, Bosnian community, Islamic Shura Council of Michigan, and Council of Islamic Organizations of Michigan. For 12 years, I served as the president of the South End Block Club and Hamtramck Homeowners Association. 3 years ago, along with Father Bogdan Miloš, Reverend Dan and Sharon Batri, Imam Abdul Latif Azom from Bengali community, and Imam Abdul Razak Al-Said from Yemeni community, we founded the Common World Alliance, a clergy's interfaith organization, and I am elected president. Few years ago, I was appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals, where I served for 3 years, and then I was appointed to Tax Assessment Board, and later decided to run unsuccessfully for City Council. One of the most memorable days in my life was the celebration of my son's second birthday. Why? Because it was attended by many community leaders like Mayor Karen Majewski, Police Chief Marek Kalinowski, Senator Martha G. Scott, and most other community and religious leaders with whom I worked very closely. Another day that I will always remember was the Interfaith Community Iftar 2013, organized by the Common World Alliance and Islamic Center of Hamtramck. That event was also attended by Mayor Majewski, Chief Garbarino, Honorable Judge Paru, who said that this was the first time he visited a mosque, and many other community and religious leaders. That event was made into a movie produced by the library and posted on the internet for everyone to see. I hope that in the future I will have a chance to organize a trade school in the city of Hamtramck to teach young and unemployed individuals a trade in home renovation and general construction. Hamtramck is a unique city because of its diversity. Many immigrants from different nations, different religions, culture, and traditions working together in harmony. This is what I am proud to promote under the auspices of the Common World Alliance. This is what has kept me here, gave me the energy and strength to continue my community work. And I hope that one day Hamtramck will be viewed by other cities, states, or nations as a model for cooperation and peaceful coexistence between all people.